All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about the Eckers paper that is coming up. It is the first week of April, and the Eckers report or paper is going to be due on May 5th. So I'm just recording this a little bit early for some of the students. Some of the people in the class are not currently working with their early childhood education field. So I'm going to give some background information on Eckers, on the paper, on some materials and locations that you might need to access so that you have this on your radar. So it's not due until May 5th, but I am going to now share the screen with Canvas so I can show you a little bit more about that. So right now, we are in conflict management, so week 11. In week 13 and week 14, we are going to be using the environmental rating scale and talking about assessments and evaluation, specifically centered on the Eckers, or the environmental rating scale. I will put it up right here. It's called the Early Childhood Environmental Rating Scale. There's also one for school age, there's one for infant and toddler, and there's one for management as well. This is the one that we are going to be using. If you are currently working with school age and infant and toddler and you would like to use that scale instead, please just shoot me an email so we can talk about it. They are fairly the same, but this is the one that I'm primarily going to be talking about in the class. So you will need access to this book. I will show you what it looks like on Amazon as well. You can also get it from the bookstore. If you have it available to you through your workplace, go ahead. Or if you want to check it out from the library, if it's available at the library as well. I don't care how you access this, but this is the second book that we're going to be using. It was originally in the syllabus from the beginning. So in these 2 weeks, we are going to go into depth in the environmental rating scale. So don't worry about your understanding of this right now. That's something that we will do within the class. I'm just giving you a little bit of information about a month ahead of time so that you can plan for having this last paper before the class is done. It is something that we're going to be working on in class, though. You'll get a lot of lecture materials, and we will work towards a better understanding of the environmental rating scale. I'm going to do another share now, and I'm going to show you what this, I can do it right here. Okay, so if you are not currently working in the field, you are not working in a school, or you want to get out of the location that you're currently at and observe another school, the best thing to do is to go to the Menifee Valley Child Development, or TEDS Department Teaching and Learning Lab. And right now I'm sharing the screen with all the information for you on this as well. So the Teaching, Education, and Developmental Studies, that's our department. We have a teaching and learning lab in the 700 building in room 10 on the Menifee campus. So this is to help you complete your TEDS coursework, and specifically for an Eckers. So a great thing is that when you go to the lab, it has kind of two components. So it has the child observations that I'm highlighting right here. So you can use the computers that are there to look at the San Jacinto campus, where we actually have a lab school with real life children in it. And you'll be able to observe in that toddler room and a preschool classroom as the children engage in their daily activities. And then also there's a second part, which is the model classroom. So then you'll be able to tour the space that's adjacent to those computer rooms. So there's computer rooms, and then right next to it is an observation room. And so that has more of the physical environment. So toys, materials, things like that that you would see in a normal lab classroom as well. So you'll use both of those in order to complete the environmental rating scale. In order to access this teaching and learning lab, you need to have your student ID. You need to sign in with the lab assistant, and that's really, really important that you sign in. It shows that students are using it, and that's important. We want to keep this resource open for students. And then you can log on to one of the computer stations, and the lab assistant can help you if you're kind of confused about that. And then observe in the classroom areas, and then please give feedback. Professor Middleton and Dr. Harper would like to know about improving and supporting students' learning at the Learning Lab. So if you have any great ideas or you would like to give them any feedback, please don't hesitate to do that. So once again, the TEDS, or Teaching and Education and Developmental Studies, we have a learning lab. It's in the 700 building in room 10 on the Menifee campus. If you search this online, this page will come up, and just make sure that you have your student ID. If you are going to the San Jacinto campus, you could do that as well, but we have, if you're going to be in the classroom, there are immunization requirements as well. So this is actually probably the easiest, fastest, and better option for anybody who wants to use our lab facilities, is to go to the Learning Lab at the Menifee Valley campus. Otherwise, you are also welcome to use a center out in the community. Use your own center that's not your specific classroom. So if you're in a specific classroom, it's hard to be objective sometimes. And I would like you to use another classroom that's available on your site or location, or you can call a community school and ask to observe as well ahead of time. So that is what's coming up. You're going to have this ECRS paper. I'm also going to show you our syllabus as well. So here's the ECRS. So it's going to be due in work week 15. It'll be due on 5/5. And then the week before will be that last weekly assignment. So after 5/5, you will not have any weekly work due, but there will be a final on 5/22. So please take the opportunity right now, put it in your phone, set an alarm, or put it in your planner, whatever you have, that there are two, in addition to the weekly assignments, which stop on 4/28, you are going to have this ECRS paper, which is due on 5/5. And I'm going to give you more of the information about it in this week, on week 13 and 14, when we're actually submersing ourselves and spending a lot of time learning about the environmental rating scale. I will give you more information about the paper. You don't need to worry about it now. It's not that in-depth that it would take you more than 2 weeks. It's mostly just getting to a location and observing and then writing it up. So that is due on 5/5. Then you get 2 weeks off in order to review and refocus. And then the final is due on 5/22. So this is a little bit unusual, and that's also why I'm bringing it up almost 6 weeks in advance, is that it is Wednesday. It is not a Friday. The semester ends on this day. This is the absolute last day. I've given you a few days I will give you a few days to work on the final, and you'll also have a really thorough review the week before. So this week, in week 17, you'll have a really, really thorough review, and then I will open this up as well in order to give you, so I'll open the final on 5/16, and it has to be due on 5/22. If you do not turn it in by 5/22, it's the last day of the semester. Sometimes Canvas is even disarmed by like the IT guys, so you have to turn it in by 5/22, because I am literally doing grades the very next day. So I really try to work with you guys, and I try to give you as many days as possible to work on the final online after having, once again, a really thorough review. And then on 5/22, I put them all together, I grade them, and I get your grades in as soon as possible. And for many of you who are working towards permits, you want to have your grades in as soon as possible so you can hit that permit. So I am trying to do both. I'm trying to give you enough time to do the final, but it has to be done by Wednesday, 5/22. So please write alarm. What happens is you think that you're going to remember, and then you get into your work week or your work week with your kids, whatever you're kind of doing, and you put it on the back burner and you think, I have till Sunday, I have till Sunday. In this 18th week, I have to end it when the semester is done, which is on Wednesday, 5/22. And it's been, this is from the syllabus that we've had from the very first part of the week. And I know I went into depth on this earlier, but I just want to make sure that nobody misses the final and loses an entire grade because they thought it was due on Sunday. It's due on Wednesday. So that is it for today. I just wanted to talk about the ECRS, talk about this environmental rating scale that you will need to have, going to the Menifee Valley campus and in order to observe if you need a place to observe as well, and just making sure that you know that your weekly assignments end on 4/28. You will have a paper and then you'll have a final, and that is what we will have to finish up this semester. If you need any additional support with the environmental rating scale or your weekly assignments or anything like that, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Canvas, you can also hit me on Canvas messaging. Please don't leave me any notes on your weekly assignments. It's Canvas, sometimes I don't even get them. and I won't always see them. So if you have a specific question, please shoot me an email or use Canvas messaging. That's the best way to get hold of me. And if you need to meet, I'm at the San Jacinto campuses on Thursday. So I'm more than happy to meet in person if you want to talk about the environmental rating scale or just any other part of the class, any course content, or if you have questions and concerns about implementing this within your own professional early childhood education program, just shoot me an email. Or I know a lot of us, we work, and so Monday through Friday, it can be difficult to get out either to San Jacinto or Menifee. If you'd like to have a virtual conference, I can set up a conference that's just like this. So you'll see my face, I'll see your face, and we can chat back and forth in real time. So if that's something else that you want in order to get support within the classroom, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys online, and have a great week.